Alright, so you know what's weird? Is that when I plopped in this Rogue Nation Blu-ray disc, for some reason I've never tried the Blu-ray, I don't know why, but I plopped it in, and legit the only trailer on this was a trailer for Mission Impossible Fallout. Is there any other way to hype me?
Open the door! Yeah, I'm trying. Oh my god!
Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. So Mission Impossible... What the... There's a chocolate spot there. I'm gonna have to deal with that. So Mission Impossible Rogue Nation is the 5th installment of the Mission Impossible franchise. That's kind of weird. If I were to say the 5th installment into some franchise, you'd be like, it sucks. It actually doesn't. This is a franchise that falls in line with like the Fast and Furious, where every single entry is consistently good. And in this movie, Ethan Hunt is trying to track down the Syndicate, a rogue organization that's basically the anti-IMF. Now, I'm just going to say it out front, this is a movie that made Tom Cruise like one of the best actors of all time for me. I was like, this dude feels committed. I didn't really like him. Like, when Mission Impossible 2 came out, I feel like he had a bit of an ego. But once this movie comes out, he's just so good. Did he have missteps like Jack Reacher, Never Go Back, or The Mummy? Yeah, but I really felt like he really likes to do these Mission Impossible movies. I didn't say this in my last review, but he really likes to do these movies. Not just saying Ghost Protocol, it's like, there's no way you could top Ghost Protocol. That movie was awesome in like every way. There's no way you could do that. Well, Rogue Nation single-handedly just obliterates Ghost Protocol. Me not remembering the name of the director of this movie. Oh yeah, Christopher McQuarrie directed it. He's directing Fallout. That alone sells me on the movie. And I'm not actually joking. If you go to the back of the Blu-ray case, I keep saying that, look, better than Bourne, better than Bond. I want to find this critic because he is so right. Everybody's always like, the Bourne Eliminatum is awesome, it's better than, like, everybody's focusing on Bourne and Bond. Well, I like both of those. Mission Impossible, I just like it more. This movie single-handedly did that for me. Now, one thing I like about this movie is that I think Miss Christopher McQuarrie took everything that Brad Bird did right, took everything that the original Mission Impossible movie did right, combined it into one of the best, in fact, it might be the best spy movie ever made. This movie is just awesome. But I have one gripe in this movie, because every single gripe that I had with Ghost Protocol is not in this movie. But I have one gripe, and it also goes for Ghost Protocol. So there's one gripe with Ghost Protocol that comes back in this movie. There's not a lot of backstory for these characters. Like, I care about the characters, but the only one that's consistent is Benji and Luther. They're the only two that are actually consistent through the movies, because it feels like Ethan Hunt, every movie has a new girlfriend. Like, the first movie, I believe he had a girlfriend, not sure. I think he did, I don't know. And then the second one, he got a girlfriend, and the girlfriend just disappears. In the third one, he has a wife. In the fourth one, his wife, they explain what happened, but she disappears. Then in this one, and then he gets a new girlfriend in that movie. His new girlfriend's gone in this movie, and he gets a friend, more or less, and we never hear of his wife in this movie. So I'm wondering, this character's a bit inconsistent for me. I want backstory from Ethan Hunt. Granted, these movies are still great, but I just kind of want more backstory from Ethan Hunt. Other than that, this movie is so good. Now, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol is good, but I felt like it lacked the style that a Mission Impossible movie should have. While it was amazing, I love that movie, it just didn't have the style I wanted. But Rogue Nation has the style. It is the perfect Mission Impossible movie. I don't know how Fallout can top it. I don't know how Fallout could top this movie. But this movie just does everything right. And it is awesome. One complaint I had with the last movie is that I didn't really like the conflict of nuclear war. Yeah, and then the villain was really lame in that movie. But in this movie, they even take that and make it good. They make the influences good. They make the villain really constructed. Lane, I'm not remembering his last name, but Lane in this movie is so good. He's just such a charismatic villain. I really liked him. I also really liked Rebecca Ferguson, if I'm pronouncing that right. I think she's a great actress. I really liked her in this movie. I really liked her in The Greatest Showman, and I think she did better in this movie because, you know, this movie's better than The Greatest Showman in every way. This is another thing I really think. This movie gets the Mission Impossible theme right. That's not to say the other ones didn't get it right, but there was never a time with the Mission Impossible franchise where I was like, you got that perfectly right. Because the first one, while it did have a good Mission Impossible, they didn't get the one I really liked. 2, really, that Mission Impossible thing sucked. Why did they do that? The way they did, just like a groovy mission. No, it sucked. Then 3, it got it kind of, not really. I didn't really like the way they did the theme in 3. And then in 4, the theme is good. It just didn't hit it for me. And 5, they're just like, okay, you like a good score? Here you go. The score is fantastic in this movie. It's just so good. I thought the score just brings so much charisma to this movie. Also, one thing I really like is that a lot of people before this movie were coming out were saying that, oh, they spoiled the stunt with the plane scene. But what's so funny is that the plane scene is the opening scene of this movie. That's just a way of saying, no, we didn't, we're smart. And this movie is the perfect time. So you know how Jeremy Jahns has the rating scale, and he has one that's better time if you're drunk. I think Ghost Protocol and this movie are the perfect example of movies that would be a lot worse if you were drunk, because they're not just fun. They're just, you have to focus. Every time I watch this movie, I find something new. And I've seen this movie a lot more than I have seen Ghost Protocol. But every time I watch it, I find something new. I'm like, that's cool. Because then a lot of things I have to say, this review is shorter than Ghost Protocol's. There's a lot of things I have to say. With Ghost Protocol, I mean, I guess it's right. I'm filming it right now. But a lot of things that I really liked with this movie, I already said in my Ghost Protocol review. It's awesome. It's really well made. It has such a great script. I really like I really like the way the characters are made. The stunts are great in this movie. It's just such a good spy movie. It's like the best Mission Impossible movie that you could get. But it barely misses the 10 out of 10. But I have to be nice. I'm gonna give Mission Impossible Fallout a 9. Fudge, I screwed that up. I'm gonna give... Let me just restart that because, thing didn't appear. You noticed that. But I'm gonna give Mission Impossible Rogue Nation a 9. If Fallout tops this, I don't even know how it could do that. Alright, so Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, what do you guys think on it? Let me know in the comment section below. I will be doing 2 reviews tomorrow. One, I will be reviewing Mission Impossible 3, and the next one I will be reviewing Teen Titans Go, not the show. I will be reviewing the movie tomorrow, but I will be reviewing the show. So I'll talk about that tomorrow. See you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe, and goodbye!